Last week, I was so confident there was going to be a big general Nintendo Direct that I bet a tortilla slap to the face. Well, there was no Nintendo Direct last week, so it's time to pay in that bet. So we just had the Xenoblade Direct, and that was everything. I know it wasn't the Direct we were asking for, but man, do I love Xenoblade Chronicles. Ugh. I already knew I was going to buy this game, but this just solidified my life choices. I need this so badly. Now, just to quickly cover it, for those who are not well acquainted with the Xenoblade series, because I know so many people just watched that Direct and were like, I am interested, but I'm also slightly terrified. Let me just go into the game just a little bit. Each and every Xenoblade game is kind of in its own entity. Each of them have their unique story with unique characters, so you don't need to worry about having played the first or the second Xenoblade Chronicles before having a go at this one. Xenoblade is a JRPG with an incredible balance of story and action. If anything, some people used to argue that there's too much story and too many cutscenes. In fact, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had nearly 14 hours of cutscenes. I'm a sucker for cutscenes and I adore that game. And the cool thing about Xenoblade is if you find out you enjoy the story, but less so all the mechanics of the battling, then you can actually make the battling easier. And that way it's more of like a traveling game and less of a battling game, if that makes sense. Which, by the way, there's no right or wrong way to play games. It's whichever way makes you happy. That being said, let's jump into the trailer. We're not really going to focus on anything really lore heavy. There was a ton of that and story building, but I think that's best experienced in the game, so we're not going to dive into it. I will say, the music we've seen so far, Xenoblade just knows how to make you feel things with its soundtrack, and I love it. The graphics have definitely been improved from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well. I mean, I thought they were good in that game, but this just looks chef's kiss. It looks so good. I'm so excited. And it didn't have the little disclaimer at the bottom saying like not in-game footage. So I think this might genuinely be the way this game looks, which is so exciting. Oh, also, I know I said no lore, but like, can we take a second to appreciate the fact that my name's Aiona and the world's named Aionios? I'm just gonna leave you with the way I reacted when I found out.
Fighting is all the people of Aionios learn. Their fate leads to everyone's destruction.
Did you hear that?
Their lifespans are a mere surviving on the battlefield, fulfilling that 10-year lifespan of service, and receiving a homecoming ceremony in front of their queen.
Wow, based on me! I just want to take a moment of time to talk about the characters. I'm in love with all of them. Literally, almost all of them. I love Noah. 10 out of 10. Smash.
He says, from the moment I chose this muddy
Smash. Smash. Smash.
That was.
We should be questioning all that we've thought to be true.
Probably still Smash. And for the most part, the British accents are so good. There's just there's a few moments that have already let us down though.
He's lit up like a sparking light bulb.
What was that accent? And not only did we get a look at the 6 main characters, we also get these characters who are equally as...
Live fiercely, die spectacularly.
Oh my god, I'm in love with her. Marry me. Step on me. Step on me respectfully.
It wasn't such a weakling. I can't run away from
the Scottish accent.
Doing the same as everyone around you.
Oh my god. Marry me. Marry me.
Following the playbook to the letter.
Marry me, Alexandria, please. We also get to see how many NPCs you can interact with. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. And you can cook. I actually can't remember if you could cook in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Either way, you can cook in this game when you go to the rest points, which I think is pretty cool. I'm a sucker for cooking in a video game. Real life, not so much. Gem crafting is back as well. And I can gladly say the world looks just as epic as the world building was in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They even have these little viewpoints, which I live for these moments. Look at this. Look at this. This is on the Switch, okay? This is on the Switch. and it looks like this. I also feel like the world's kind of more interactive too, which I really like. Let's move on to the mechanics next. Those who are completely new to Xenoblade Chronicles, there are these things called auto attacks. When you start attacking something, your character will automatically start hacking and slashing. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does slowly whittle down the enemy's health bar. In addition to that, arts are back. These are skills mapped to the A, B, X, and Y buttons, which you can see in the little diamond on screen. And these do more damage than the auto attacks do. And it looks like they brought back where you attack the enemy matters for each of the art attacks. So for example, some attacks will do way more damage if you attack from the backside than the front. Not new mechanics, but I'm glad these have come back. Your moveset also depends on what class you are. Now there's 3 main classes. These are attackers, defenders, and healers. The RPG staples. However, there are subclasses within each of them. We've already got a few examples of them, such as Noah's sword fighting class, making them good at bosses and monsters, and other classes such as medic gunner. And they even say in the direct that you want to actively switch up your classes for each character. Mastering a class will allow you to use certain moves regardless of what class you're using at that moment. This allows for fusing arts. This is where you can combine 2 arts from 2 different classes into one attack. I really like this idea. Picking classes always used to stress me out when you could only go down one route, because like, what if I don't like it? So I love the idea that I can switch it up, and it's even better to switch it up and get acquainted to multiple. I'm also glad to see that you can string attacks together again to topple enemies and launch them to absolutely destroy them. And oh my god, I'm so glad to see chain attacks are back. I absolutely love doing chain attacks. There is nothing more satisfying than landing a huge damage chain attack when you've been battling for a good while. You might be going, this looks pretty neat. It does, but wait, there's more. And this is the point where I'm going to say, if you are actively avoiding spoilers, this might be somewhat of a spoiler, so I'm going to give you a timestamp right here. Skip to that, you'll skip all this part. But for those who are ready to see it, let's talk about Ouroboros. I'm still not sure I'm saying that right, and I've listened to the word about 20 times. Ouroboros. This is the fusing together of 2 party members. There's multiple pairs of party members that can join up, but you can't like mix and match them. And when you do it, they turn into these absolutely filthy looking creatures. And the cool part is the appearance of this creature changes with which one of the pair is in control. Man, they look so cool. And although you can only temporarily use them in battle, they can take part in chain attacks, and it looks so cool. That is filthy. Honestly, I'm so ready to get in a boss battle in this game. I'm really hoping a demo comes out soon. And on top of all of this, you can also upgrade the Ouroboros as you battle and earn points to do even more damage and more epic things. This battle system looks like everything I know and love from previous games, mixed in with some really cool mechanics. And right when you thought the direct was coming to an end, wait, did I just become that person who claps at the end of a flight? Is that who I am now? They showed us this.
Broaden the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with a paid expansion pass.
They've announced a DLC.
You can get the additional content shown here.
I don't have enough money. Yup, that's an expansion pass already announced before the game's even released. And yeah, I'm gonna be getting it. Nintendo are actively trying to ruin my credit score at this point, and I'm not okay with it. Like, Fire Emblem's coming out this weekend, and now you're telling me instead of spending £50 on a game, I'm probably gonna be spending £80 on a game coming out next month. And all the indie games that are coming out too. Let me know what you think down below, and if you want to see what all of my favorite games are currently on the Nintendo Switch, click that video right there. You will see Xenoblade Chronicles 2 there because I love it. I'll see you next time. Bye.